I'm Joseph Brooks, and this is Lawyer in the Kitchen. Hi, and welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today could be a complete disaster. I've never made this dish before. I used to belong to a cooking group. It's on social media called The Best of Cooking at Home. And each week they have a competition sort of, and it's called like a showdown. This week it's tomatoes, and this is a part of the tomato showdown. I'm going to make a French tart, French tomato tart tatin. That's it. We're going to use cherry tomatoes and with a little bit of grape tomatoes. We've got some capers, some balsamic vinegar, some thyme, some basil, and then it has a pastry that goes on the top. So we're going to cook all those ingredients a little bit, get them caramelized with some sugar, which I don't see. That is out here. And we're going to cook that down for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to place one single row of tomatoes on here. Sharon's going to make the crust because I don't make pastry. First of all, I don't know how to use these things. Real chefs don't measure anything. And so I know. Okay, so we've got the garlic. This is enough. We're supposed to use 2. I've got 3, so this is plenty. This is the butter that was left over. We're going to I forget what, about 1/8 of a cup, Sharon? 1/8 of a cup of sugar, about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and about 3 tablespoons of butter, which is about what we have. We got a little more than that. This is the coolest fry pan. I'll see if I can't hold this. Look at this thing. This is one that has been used, okay? You can't, that's years of not cleaning this thing right, at any rate. So we're gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. There's 1, there's 2, and about 1/8 of a cup of sugar with all that butter. And then we're going to caramelize that. Have no idea if this is going to turn out. Absolutely no idea. You know, this will be the first time I've actually cooked something like this for Lawyer in the Kitchen where I haven't made it once in my life. And you know what? After today, I still may not have made it once in my life. I'd say it's caramelized. All right, so we're going to take this and let's set it over here. And just throw in the garlic. Ooh, that was a bigger piece than I wanted. Now we're putting in the thyme. We're really putting in thyme. Now, these are grape tomatoes. And I did say earlier 1 row, like, you know, like it's 1 row like this, as you pointed out to me off camera.
That's why your wife was laughing.
That's why you were laughing. Okay, so that is 1 row, but that is not how you do it.
You said 1 row.
Yeah, I meant 1 layer. 1 layer. Whoops, okay, that one we're not going to use. This is about 2 pints of tomatoes, and I think they fit pretty nicely. So now it's time to put it on the oven. We figured out what, it's 392.4 degrees in centigrade. So we're going with 400. Okay, Sharon, it's time. You're gonna make the pastry.
Okay, so according to the recipe, we have about 1 2/3 cups. Is that what we decided, of flour?
Yeah, the recipe was all in crazy
Recipe
things
said
like grams.
and Celsius, which here in the southern USA we don't do. So we used our handy online calculator to figure out how much, and it was about 1 2/3 cups of flour and a generous pinch of salt, which I've learned from the lawyer is generous. And then we take our egg yolk, 2 tablespoons of cold water, mix them up.
That's really good technique.
Thank cute. And then we take about a stick of butter, maybe just a little less. Again, we were trying to measure from grams to not grams. And it says...
How many syllables do grams have?
What?
How many syllables does grams have? Grams? Is that Southern for grams?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay, which side of this grater am I supposed to grate cheese
I would
with?
use this.
The fat side?
Yeah.
Into it, right?
You
And
could.
just grate the butter
Yep.
down into the flour. Careful not to get too close to your fingers because we like to have fingers.
That's great.
The lawyer thinks he's funny.
You know,
Sometimes he is.
I don't know about the camera work here. I'm not used to doing
Are you
this.
a cameraman, sir?
I'm doing the best I can here.
I'm cooking the best I can.
This is a good angle. I like this.
So the recipe says to mix it together with your fingers, kind of squish that butter in there.
Squish the butter in
Squish the
there.
butter in. That's a kitchen technical term. And then we're going to add our egg yolk and water a little bit at the time. Mix that in there and start making our dough. Once we get this all doughed up, it's going to go in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And I don't know why, but the recipe says it goes in the freezer for 30 minutes.
We've been in the freezer for how long?
Well, we have not been in the freezer, but the dough has been in the freezer.
Oh,
for
smart Alec.
30 minutes.
All right, smarty.
That would be 30 minutes TV time because it hadn't been 30 minutes. So the lawyer lightly dusted some flour.
That actually is really probably as bad as I am at baking. It just putting the flour down isn't even done right, as you can see.
So we're gonna like.
You got to
squish
go.
this out.
You got to go a bit.
Yeah, and it might take me a bit because this is kind of hurting my hand.
Well, you want me to do that?
Yeah, I want you to do this.
Okay, here you go. We're gonna switch.
We're gonna switch.
All right. This is not perfect, but it's in the ballpark. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No.
I think this is the way it is.
Is that big enough?
I think it's gonna be.
Okay. Oh,
I'm gonna tuck this baby down.
looky there.
Look at that.
Oh, now see, here we go, being opposites. I would have totally not tucked it that way.
Why? It's
Because
gonna.
I would have put it this way and let the...
We're gonna do it this way though because it's gonna.
Oh, no, it makes perfect sense.
It's gonna flip upside down.
I know. Ooh, nice slits, lawyer.
Okay. There. I think that's good on that. Nothing else to this. I think that's it. I think it goes in the oven.
Can you please, in your best artistic interpretation,
This is interpretive dance.
tell us what shape did you put those slits in?
It's
I'm
a
just-
cross.
I'm curious.
It's a cross.
Okay.
It has the whole pie or whatever, a tart. This is a tart. Tatin. Tarte Tatin.
Okay.
Tarte Tatin. A French tomato tarte tatin. All right, it's been more than 35 minutes, but the crust, the pastry is now brown enough, and we're going to take it out, and then we're going to let it sit for 5 minutes. I think it looks pretty good, actually. And nothing's exploded. I feel good about that. You know, today, the part I'm worried about, honestly, is when we got to flip this thing over. We watched, it was funny, this morning we were watching cake flipping. These people doing videos of cake flipping. I think this may be worse than that. I don't know. This could be all over the place. All right, so now we are at the perfect place for completely messing this up. Never done this. We're going to try this. The directions say to go ahead and pour off the juices before you flip this thing. So we're going to do that. And I don't know how much, oh, yeah, there's some juices. I'm just going to do this. Oh, there's quite a bit of juice. You ready?
No.
Here we go. Oh, here it goes.
Oh.
You ready? Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh! Oh! Oh, that, yes, I'm happy with that. Hey. Oh, I'm just happy as day that came out, because this was scary. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we're gonna put some capers on here. And that's good. We got a little bit of juice, and we're gonna put some basil, fresh basil. The crust is nice.
Of course it is.
You made the crust.
I can be a little crusty.
Oh, you are more than a little crusty sometimes. That's not true. You're not.
No.
No, that's not even funny. Well,
We did good.
all right. French tomato Tatin.
Tatin. Are you going to taste it?
I am going to taste it.
Isn't that good?
That's actually good.
You get a little bit of sweet and savory all together.
I don't even know what that means, but that sounds great. That is tasty as shit.